Coming to you live from George Sparky Anderson Field on the beautiful campus of California Lutheran University. It is the series and weekend that we have all been waiting for. It is the 2025 CCL Championship Series, best out of three, hosted by the top seed in the CCL South, the Conejo Oaks. And the Oaks are hosting the Sonoma Stompers atop the CCL North, playing in their first CCL Championship Series in team history. It's great to have you with us, and we welcome you up to the broadcast booth alongside Judo Kanyas. I'm Sammy Fawn, and we are very excited about this one. Now the Conejo Oaks, having finished the regular season 24-13, and coming into this game 25-13 after beating the Arroyo Seco Saints in the CCL South Finals. They've got a chip on their shoulder as they are the defending CCL champions from last year in 2024. They have 2 CCL titles to their name, and the Sonoma Stompers, on the other hand, in their third year in the CCL. This is their first CCL championship, 4th year in the CCL. They entered the CCL in 2022, but Jude, this is an exciting one. What are we looking to see today out of these two teams?
We talk about experience versus the Padawan. I mean, you talk about the Oaks. They've been into this championship series 4 different times in their program history. You talk about it's the first ever time for the Sonoma Stompers. But I think the key for the Oaks is playing clean baseball throughout this weekend. I mean, they are second in the CCL with 65 errors. I mean, the Sonoma Stompers just 2 spots below them at 63. But this is an offensive powerhouse from the Sonoma Stompers. They were first in the California Collegiate League this season in home runs and runs. So they know how to score, so the Oaks are certainly going to have to play strong defense throughout this whole entire weekend.
Well, we saw the Sonoma Stompers end their CCL North title game on the note of a powerhouse off the bat of Nick Sebastiani. He is the elephant in the room that the Oaks are going to have to look out for. As we take you to the field, starting on the mound for the Oaks is Cody Carson. Now, Cody Carson making his 7th start of the season and 8th total appearance. He's looking to rebound from his rough performance from July 26th. Last Saturday on the road at San Luis Obispo, he got the loss. It was an 11-4 loss for the Oaks. He went 2 2/3 and allowed 6 runs. 5 of those runs were earned, and off we go with the first pitch, a fastball downstairs to Quinn Meaden. The batting order for the Stompers: Quinn Meaden, Max Handren, and Nick Sebastiani, the first 3, as the 1-0 from Cody Carson is a fastball that misses low. So Meaden, Handren, and Sebastiani, the first 3. In the middle, Xander Silken, Cameron Hegeman, and Paul Lazul. And to finish it off, Anthony Shepler, Connor Pulowski, and Trent Keys. That is your batting order for the Sonoma Stompers, as 2-0 misses downstairs, 3 balls and no strikes. So 3 pitches into this game, we've yet to see a strike from Cody Carson, who brings a 4.61 ERA into this game.
Yeah, they're going to need to have Carson command the zone a lot better than he did versus the Blues last time we saw him.
3-0 is a slider in there for a strike on the outside corner. Well, the slider was a point mentioned before this game. If he can command that slider and be consistent with his pitches, he should be in fair shape with this game, as he gets Quinn Meaden to swing at that one. That one just dropped low. Some filthy stuff from Cody Carson.
Yeah, going to continue to need to do that. I mean, in the game versus the Blues, it just was trouble from the start, and he couldn't find any sort of composure on the mound. So
slider misses just a little bit off the plate for ball 4, so a leadoff walk to Quinn Meaden. Well, defensively for the Oaks, Cody Carson on the mound, Jacob Galloway behind the dish. It's Nolan Johnson at first base, Ethan Gonzalez at second base. At third base is Tyler Hawley. At shortstop is Zach Mora. In the outfield from left to right, Jake Schwartz in left field, Tommy Kendlinger in center field, and Lucas Danuitz in right field. So that now brings up Max Handren, the shortstop for the Sonoma Stompers. And the first pitch, fastball misses downstairs for a ball. Well, Max Handren was the ghost runner on second base in Wednesday night's game when Nick Sebastiani hit his walk-off blast, and we'll talk more about that when he gets to the plate. But if you were watching that stream, I gotta give a huge shout out to Kieran Costa, the director of broadcasting and media relations for the Stompers, for that call. It was electric. As that one misses downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Handren playing 6 years of college baseball. Spent the past 3 seasons at Berkeley, up in Northern California, and spent the 2 previous seasons at Santa Rosa College, and actually started his career at St. Bonaventure.
Another check at first, gets back safely, and yeah, he was at Bonaventure in 2020, so a season that was canceled.
Now in his 3rd summer with the Stompers.
There's a fastball that misses high and away. It's now a 3-0 count on Max Handren. Well,
just played in 5 games in 2024, so played 19 this season.
Misses in the dirt for ball 4, so it's 5 straight balls from Cody Carson, not including the swing and the miss that he got before that. So it's back-to-back walks to start it off for the Stompers, and if you're Cody Carson, it's definitely not the way you want to start such a high-stakes game.
Yeah, you also don't want to give that many free passes to a team that takes advantage with runners in scoring position. They ended the CCL this past season with 224 RBIs as a team. That ranked 1st among all 13 teams in the California Collegiate League.
Well, here's a guy that you don't want to walk batters in front of, Nick Sebastiani, responsible for the no doubt walk-off 2-run blast to cap off the CCL North title game against the Walnut Creek Crawdads as he takes the ball upstairs. It was the Stompers' 2nd year in a row in the CCL North title game. So it was the 2nd year that they had reached that series, and they got their revenge against the Crawdads in upset fashion. As there's a slider strike on the outside corner, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, Sebastiani has been there for both seasons. He also played in 2024 with Sonoma. He played in 17 games last year. At a .345 batting average, a 1.73 OPS. This year he's leading the team with 300 batting average, or 4th on the team with a 300 batting average.
2 balls and 1 strike. There's a fastball strike on the outside corner. It's now 2-2 on Sebastiani. Well, yeah, Nick Sebastiani had a great day at the plate that game as he looks at one, goes outside.
Yeah, Sebastiani this season with 4 home runs. So that power shot that we saw in the North title game, it's nothing new for Sonoma Stomper faithful. They've seen it all season. He finished 3rd in all of the league at the 4 home run mark. He's 3rd on the team as well.
It's a full count on Sebastiani. Yeah, Cody Carson, he's already in some hot water, has yet to record an out, has gotten to a 3-ball count with the first 3 batters so far. It's Nick Sebastiani. Poses a big threat at the plate. Here's the 3-2. Fouled straight back. So still a 3-2 count. And as Sebastiani.
As early as it is in this game, it's just important for Cody Carson to get that strikeout right here. You know, once you start allowing that many free passes, especially as a pitcher, you're alone on that mound, you start to get in your head. You just need to see one go through, and then you can start to rattle them off. So it's a big 3-2 count right here.
Payoff from Carson. Fouled away into the Gilbert parking lot. Still a 3-2 count. Well, Nick Sebastiani, he didn't have to battle his way at the plate to hit that walk-off 2-run bomb. It just took 2 pitches in the inning from Brady Wilson, who pitched one heck of an outing in relief Wednesday night. We'll talk about that more a little later on. 3-2 misses upstairs. 3 straight walks to start things off offensively for the Stompers. And Cody Carson has some bouncing back to do.
Do you know if there's batteries here? Like batteries double up?
We apologize for the sound outage currently. We are working to resolve it as quick as we can. There's a fastball that misses upstairs. So Cody Carson walks the first 3 batters in this game. Certainly not a pretty start as he thrown 2 balls in a row now. After a long extensive at bat put in by Nick Sebastiani. First 3 batters walked. So Xander Simpkins hits ball 1. Bases loaded, nobody out. Perfect storm. Sonoma Stompers. Line drive to second, caught by Gonzalez. Running first goes over Johnson's head and right past the dugout, and a run scores. So what could have been a double play for the Oaks turns into a line out with an error on the throw. So it's 1-0 Stompers. Boy, that is really costly for the Oaks. They were fortunate to get the out, but for the Stompers, that works just as well as a sac fly. So 1 out, and now the batter is Cameron Eaton. So no balls and no strike for Cameron Edelman, rising sophomore of Malone College. His freshman year, he went 37 for 105.
Pretty good. One home run. And just like sail through it.
No balls and 1 strike. This is upstairs. 1-1. There's 1 out, bases loaded. Cody Carson looking to make up for a nightmare. 1-1. This is inside 2-1. His first base up and walk over the other after the ball over 1. This inning has been marked by a lot of walks. The first 3 batters walk away on the Stompers. Pitcher going to hit. Lines one on hot to Zach Mora. He is able to look. That's handed back to third. And get the out. So a huge out for the Oaks. But one still big for the Stompers that they were able to get. Here's Paul Rizzuto. There's 2 outs in this inning.
Boy.
2 outs. Cody Carson delivers, and this is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Paul Rizzuto, first baseman for the Stompers, has a chance to drive home a run or 2. Now 1-1 count on Rizzuto, rising sophomore at Monterey Peninsula College, Park, California, coming off the season with 1 home run. Here's a swing and miss, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs.
Buffalo swinging up.
Stanton at third, Sebastiani at second. 2 outs. It is 1-0 Oaks, or 1-0 Stompers. Bounce to the right side as they sense some foul territory. There's a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah.
Rizzuto batted 197 for Monterey Peninsula College in 2025. So 5 bases for him to receive. As Carson steps off, takes time.
Things you could do now with
Andrew at second, Sebastiani. Andrew at third, Sebastiani at second. 2 outs. Head to the bottom of the first. Stay tuned. We're now in the bottom of the first inning, and we sincerely apologize for the audio cutout that we experienced in the first inning, but we are back on now and should be good the rest of the game. And so Oaks will come up to bat. The Stompers scored a run in the first inning without even getting a hit. It was 3 walks followed by an error. So Tommy Kenlinger leading things off for the Oaks. It's a fastball downstairs for a ball. Well, the batting order for the Conejo Oaks pretty typical, with Kenlinger leading off, followed by Danuitz, Galloway in the middle, Holly, Johnson, and Schwartz, as Kenlinger takes the ball inside, and the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, Landon West, Zach Mora, and Ethan Gonzalez. It's 2 balls and no strikes. It's a fastball strike on the outside corner, and the starting pitcher for the Stompers is Devin Laginto, a rising sophomore at San Joaquin Delta College. As the 2-1 misses out. To Tommy Kenlinger, so both
just to allow 1 run. I mean, bases loaded situation. Not the ideal way the Oaks wanted to start the first game of the championship series, but only getting away with 1 run, pretty good.
Yeah, especially the way the Oaks gave up that run in sort of embarrassing fashion. Gonzalez caught the line drive, but could not get that throw down to Nolan Johnson, as Lucas Danuitz takes a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, Carson was able to rebound with 2nd and 3rd and 1 out and get Cameron Hegeman to ground out, and then Lazul to strikeout, throw back to first, and it's off the body of Lazul as Connor Pulowski attempted to pick off Tommy Kenlinger there. No dice. 1 ball and 1 strike to Lucas Danuitz, the recent graduate from California Lutheran University, playing in his backyard right now as we speak. 1-1 misses down and away. It's now a 2-1 count to Lucas Danuitz, who's first team All-SCIAC this past season, also D3Baseball.com, 3rd team All-Region. 2-1 with Kenlinger at first. 2-1 on the way is popped up. Got jammed there. And out to make the catch is the shortstop Max Handren for the first out.
You know, if they want to win this for back-to-back years, it's going to have to eliminate those errors. Something certainly we've seen from the infield quite a few times. That ball just got over the head of Nolan Johnson, who is 6'6", so it's hard to throw over someone that's 6'6", but even then.
Well, that now brings up Jacob Galloway, the catcher for the Oaks. As he steps in there against Devin Laginto. So Kenlinger the runner at first with 1 out. Misses outside for a ball. Well, we have not seen a hit this game, but we've seen now 4 base runners. 1 ball, no strikes with 1 out. year. So Kendlinger putting on the wheels to open first base and put himself into scoring position with one out.
Yeah, he's been a weapon all season on the bags for the Oaks right there. That was a bang-bang play at second.
Side, so the second walk allowed by Laginto and walk we have seen in the first inning.
Yeah, both pitchers, Laginto and Carson, just trying to figure things out at the mound. Is one that is going to be able to command the strike zone is going to find a little bit more success here.
The one thing I can say is that Cody Carson, he finished so much stronger than he started, and we'll see what Laginto can do. Well, here's Tyler Hawley, the third baseman for the Oaks. Rounded left side, Handren picks it, throws to third to get the lead runner Kendlinger, and that's a big out for the Stompers for the second out. Well, defensively for the Sonoma Stompers, Devin Laginto on the mound, Connor Pulowski behind the plate. At first base, Paul Lazul. Second base is Anthony Shepler. Third base is Xander Silken. Max Handren at second, and the outfield from left to right, Trent Hughes in left. First and second, 2 outs. Here is Nolan Johnson.
Hello?
Strike on the outer corner of the plate. Johnson batted .385 this season. Batting part 292. Range of 19 hits.
Pretty well for right now.
2 on and 2 outs.
Yeah.
One ball and 1 strike for Nolan Johnson. 2 after Nate Johnson, who had to away for the season with shoulder injury. Big swing he took at York Academy. Up to the right side. Second baseman Scheffler is able to make the catch. So Oaks get 2 runners on, they get 2 walks, but no runs. We head to the second inning. 1-0 Stompers.
Oh, you slow out of the dugout. Right?
Huh?
We are slow out of the dugout. First person was all the way back to the dugout. Yeah.
Past 2 games have definitely been the best crowd.
Yeah. Exciting.
On to the second inning, it's 1-0 Stompers as due up for Sonoma is the bottom of the order, leading off with Anthony Shepler. Scheffler, Pulowski, and Trent Keys due up in the second inning. Well, the Stompers had their first three batters walk in the first inning, and they scored a run off a lineout, and that was followed by an error on a throw by Ethan Gonzalez to first. So Scheffler steps in, himself, and takes a half miss for a strike. No balls and one strike. Well, Anthony Scheffler played his first year of college at Ohio State. He's now at San Jose State University. No balls and one strike. He swings and misses. Strike two ball. 2025, his freshman year. He's a scholar athlete at Ohio State. Played in 4 games. Scored his first career run against Rutgers on April 27th. Chop to the right side. Nolan Johnson can't handle it. And Scheffler is up first to lead off the second inning. So the Oaks with their second error of the day puts a runner on first with nobody out.
Yeah, that's something that has just plagued Nolan Johnson in the second half of the season. The more we've seen him at first base, he's just had struggles at times when he's charged towards the ball, not getting it rightly on the hop. You know, you want to attack it right before it hits the ground. Kind of lets it take a second bounce and causes the error.
Now brings up Colin Pulowski, the catcher, and relatively the sophomore Johnson
Yeah, luckily for the Oaks, they were able to evade that one.
Check up first, and Scheffler just able to get back safely. Oaks crowd thought maybe they had him, but gets back safely. Pulowski, rising redshirt senior at Bellarmine University. Transferred to Bellarmine after a year at Chico State and then 2 at Newton College. Back first. Redshirt junior year, he's ASUA honor roll recipient.
Yeah, smart idea out from Danny What's in right field to throw back to first. I mean, certainly a healthy leadoff by Scheffler at first base between second and first. Able to react and get back safely.
So one gone. And that man brings up Trent Keys. Checking first again. Good. Keeping their eyes on Anthony Scheffler.
Something we saw Charlie Decker do quite a bit versus the Saints.
Out to right field and a sliding catch by Lucas Daniewicz. 2 gone, but what a catch by Daniewicz.
Yeah, that time he had to do a little bit more special moves right there on outfield. This first time he didn't really have to move much, but showing off the athleticism out in right field.
Now brings up Quinn Meaden for the Stompers. He and Hendren and Sebastiani each pulled a walk. They're expecting first runs up, and he looks at a strike on the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, the sole run of the game thus far.
This is downstairs, 1-1. Well, Quinn Meaden, a rising senior at University of Colorado Springs. Played in 20 games this past season. He transferred to UCCS from Santa Rosa Junior College, where he played for 2 years. As Carson checks on Scheffler yet again. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yes. 1-2 count now, and Quinn Meaden, right fielder for the Stompers. Stompers off to a good start offensively. 1-2, 2 outs. Carson delivers.
That was close.
Yeah, I'll put a new green runner's tag on him.
Oaks come to bat here in the bottom of the second inning. Jake Schwartz will lead things off. Schwartz starting in left field for the Oaks, and he looks at a ball outside. Well, Jake Schwartz, a rising senior at Point Loma Nazarene, has 2 home runs for the Oaks this season so far, and he gets hit right by the knee, so he will go on to first to lead off the bottom of the second. So that's the 3rd free pass that the Oaks have seen at the plate this game.
Yeah, the 6th time that Schwartz has been hit all season long, including regular and postseason. A good start for the Oaks in the bottom of the second.
Well, here now is Landon West. He is the designated hitter in today's game. And misses upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. Well, Landon West, a rising junior at Rice University, he knows what this championship glory tastes like, as he was on the CCL champion Conejo Oaks squad in 2024. There's a chopper right in front of Laginto. He throws to first for the out. So Landon West does his job. He does just as much as a sacrifice does. He moves Jake Schwartz to second with a little dribbler of a ground ball back to the mound.
Yeah, that's team baseball 101 right there. West able to move him over. Yeah, 2 guys in this starting lineup, Danuitz and West, both played in the postseason for the Oaks last year. So have the experience and hopefully bringing it to secure another title.
That brings up Zach Mora. Schwartz at second with 1 out. There's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Well, Zach Mora, he has been a force to be reckoned with at short for the Oaks throughout most of the second half of this season. There's a fly ball to center field, rather shallow. It drops in for a hit in front of Cameron Hegeman, and Schwartz had to be sure that that ball was going to get down, so he moves 1. So it's 1st and 3rd now with 1 out. The Oaks have their biggest threat that they've had so far.
Yeah, he's also just come alive from the plate, considering that first half of the first month, the second month, has become a lot more of a reliable hitter. Finished the season with 18 hits and 13 RBIs.
Well, if anybody's anxious to tie the game and get that first hit for the Oaks now, it's Ethan Gonzalez, as he looks at a ball outside. Gonzalez responsible for the unearned run in the first inning as he overthrew Johnson at first. 1-0, it misses downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Gonzalez, a rising senior at Cal State LA.
Yeah, and certainly, you never want errors in a game. You want to play clean baseball through and through, but you might as well have them that early, get the nerves out, especially in a championship series.
It's a strike on the outside corner. Good off speed from Devin Laginto. Well, Gonzalez just last week on Friday ended the game with a walk-off bunt that ended up scoring 2 runs thanks to a throwing error. There's a line drive. It goes into center field past the glove of Handren. Coming to the plate, Schwartz, and we have a tie ball game. Ethan Gonzalez ties this game at 1 with an RBI single to center field.
Well, he gets his redemption right there to get the Oaks' first run of the game, and certainly a well-pieced ball right there. Well-pieced hit right there as he just jumps on front of that throw from Laginta. So Oaks respond.
Well, now that brings up Tommy Kendlinger with first and second and 1 out. Kendlinger drew a walk his first time up. It was him and Galloway who each drew a walk. First and second, 1 out, and he pops that one up to the right side, and Paul Azul is able to make the catch on the outfield grass for the second out, and that's a big one for the Stompers as it keeps the runners at first and second. And that now brings up Lucas Danuitz, who popped out his first time up. Steps in with runners at first and second and 2 outs. He looks at a fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Well, Lucas Danuitz this season batting .269. Misses low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. He is not a guy who has gone deep for the Oaks in the summer, but he's hit 3 home runs in his career at Cal Lutheran. And he also knows what that championship glory tastes like, and he was on the Oaks last year when the Oaks won it all. And Danuitz went around. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, last year in the postseason, he appeared in 2 games for the Oaks, batted .333 and 10 at-bats with 2 runs and 3 hits, along with a stolen base and 2 strikeouts. Oaks looking for more of that and more.
Popped up, right side. Coming in is the right fielder Quinn Meaden, and he makes the catch. So the Oaks tie it, thanks to a hit batter and 2 hits. And it's 1-1 as we head to the 3rd inning. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the CCL Championship. Stay tuned. This CCL broadcast from the Conejo Oaks is brought to you by Pizza Man Dan's with 7 different locations throughout Ventura County. Get your hot pie now. Well, the Stompers will come up to bat here in the 3rd inning. It'll be Max Handren leading things off, who was one of 3 leadoff batters who drew a walk for the Stompers in the 1st inning. And And he looks at a fastball that misses just a tad upstairs for a ball. Well, it was Meaden, Handren, and Sebastiani who each drew a walk in the first inning. Chopper to the left side. Tyler Holly has trouble keeping it in his hand. And so Handren is aboard, and I believe that'll be another error for the Oaks. And the ball it's just not been easy for the Oaks to grip today.
Yeah, it was a clean pickup by Holly. He just was not able to get into his grasp. And yeah, I mean, these errors are going to continue to pile up. I mean, luckily for them, they've only allowed 1 run. And the error by Johnson last inning resulted in nothing, but can't keep that up.
That one is fouled off to the right side. Yeah, well, seeing the times when the Oaks could not firmly grasp the ball, that would not make Patrick Starr happy. It's no balls and 1 strike, and that one is fouled away. No balls and 2 strikes now. The count to Nick Sebastiani. He drew a walk his first time up, and I don't have to remind everyone what he did on Wednesday night. He walked off this game. He walked off the CCL North title game against the Walnut Creek Crawdads with a no doubt home run to left field, and he's got a 1-2 count against Cody Carson. 1-2 misses low and inside. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Sebastiani.
With Stompers this season, this is the 3rd South CCL team they're facing off.
Misses upstairs. It's now a 3-2 count on Sebastiani.
Faced off against the Philippines baseball group 3 times in a series that he swept and lost 1 versus the Saints.
It's a swing and a miss, and a drop 3rd strike. First base is occupied, so Sebastiani is out, but Max Handren was able to move over to second base, so a big strikeout for Carson, but also a big base for Handren to take.
Yeah, best of both worlds for the Oaks and the Stompers. At least they get the strikeout there, but it's now another runner in scoring position.
Now brings up Xander Silken, the 3rd baseman for the Stompers.
Was responsible for bringing in that first run back in the 1st inning.
That one goes above his head, 1-0. Yeah, he actually lined out to second base, and Gonzalez had the chance at doubling off Sebastiani at first base, but he just threw it too high over Johnson's head. That allowed Quinn Meaden to score. That one's driven out to right field. It'll get down and go all the way to the wall. Coming in to score is Handren, and into second goes Xander Silken, and the Sonoma Stompers take a 2-1 lead on an RBI double by Xander Silken.
Yeah, that's just great piece of hitting right there. He goes opposite field to right field and really puts it in just a tough spot for right field Lucas Daniewicz to manage. I mean, at least he was able to get the ball and just hold him at 2. I mean, had that ball kind of been stuck behind the wall, we could have seen Silken potentially go for 3, but it still drives in another run for the Stompers.
A strike on the outside corner to Cameron Hegeman. He grounded out his first time up, and Carson in the first inning was able to get Hegeman to ground out, and then Lazul to strike out, and that one's lifted into shallow right field coming in, and another sliding catch by Daniewicz to get the out, and the throw to first high, and Mora tried to duck down to tag the base, not quite in time, so a huge out for the Oaks, but another blown attempt at a double play. Second time we've seen that feat today.
Yeah, that was just a hair away from Moore being able to complete that double play right there. But Lucas Daniewicz continues to impress out in right field. I mean, he's been doing it all season long, but could have completed right there, but still 2 outs now.
Yeah, rushed that throw a tad, but he does pull in a big second out. And Paul Lazul swings and misses at that one for a strike. Well, Paul Lazul, rising sophomore at Monterey Peninsula, went down looking his first time up. And the Stompers have Silken at second with 2 outs. That one misses outside. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, this Sonoma Stompers team finished off and come into this game with a 25-15 record. Both of these teams did not have to play in the wild card, as they finished as the 1 seed. There's a ground at a first. Johnson is able to take it and step on the base. So the inning is over. The Stompers do get 1 more. Oaks defense able to hold it to that, though. It's 2-1 Stompers as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Stay tuned. This game is brought to you by Pizza Man Dan's with 7 different locations throughout Ventura County. Get your hot pie now. So Jacob Galloway will lead it off for the Oaks. In the bottom of the 3rd inning, he drew a walk his first time at the plate. He steps in as the Oaks trail by 1 run in game 1 of this best of 3 series. So we will see 2 or 3 games depending on who wins in game 1 and 2, as that one misses upstairs to Galloway. If the team that wins today wins tomorrow as well, then we will only see 2 games in this series. But if a different team wins tomorrow than what wins today, we'll see a game 3 on Sunday. That misses way outside. 2 balls and no strikes on Galloway. Devin Laginto in his 3rd inning of work. He allowed 1 run in the bottom of the 2nd inning on an RBI single by Ethan Gonzalez.
Those are almost 2 uncharacteristic pitches from Laginto.
There's a strike on the inside corner, a little comeback pitch there. Yeah, he just needed to get a couple of those post warm-up pitches, but he regained command with that last pitch, the 2-1. Slow chopper to the right side. And Shepler able to take care of Gonzalez at first, 1 out.
Yeah, good patience by the second baseman, Shepler, collecting and making the easy throw to first.
Now brings up Tyler Holly, the 3rd baseman. He bounced into a fielder's choice his first time up. 3rd baseman from Cal State Fullerton leads the Oaks in home runs and RBIs. 4 home runs on the season for Tyler Holly. There's a fastball strike, hits the upper part of the zone, 0-1 the count on Holly. Here's the 0-1. Another strike on the outer part of the plate, 0-2. Well, Holly, he's anxious to continue to put magic on the board for the Oaks, as had a little misplay at 3rd, which was recorded as a hit on the scoreboard. The 0-2, a swing and a miss. 3-pitch strikeout for Devin Laginto, his first strikeout of the day.
Yeah, that's been one of the tough parts about Holly's game thus far this season. I mean, he's an extremely good hitter. He's third on the team with 28 hits, but he leads the team with 34 strikeouts. Has a knack for chasing, but right there, that was just good pitching right there by Laginto.
Now brings up Nolan Johnson, and he lines one up the middle, caught on a hop by Handren. He throws to first for the out. Beautiful play by Max Handren to end the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Devin Laginto, the first 1-2-3 inning we've seen all day. We now head to the fourth inning. 2-1 Stompers. We'll be right back. Well, we're a third of the way through this game, and Anthony Shepler will lead things off for the Sonoma Stompers here in the fourth inning. He reached on an error by Johnson his first time up. Nothing would become of it that inning, but defense has certainly been a story for the Oaks as he looks at a strike on the outside corner. 0-1. Well, Cody Carson, entering his fourth inning of work, has allowed just 2 runs on the day. Did not allow nearly as many runs as how much trouble he had in the first inning, as that one misses low for a ball 1-1. And again, Cody Carson coming off a very rough start against the San Luis Obispo Blues last Saturday on the road. He allowed 6 of the 11 runs that the Blues ended up scoring. So that one misses in the dirt, 2-1. His 2 wins have come across the Philippines Baseball Group and the San Diego Waves this season. He has a 2-2 record. Right side, that is a foul ball, so it's now 2-2 on Anthony Shepler.
Yeah, that game versus the Blues was just rough, both offensively and defensively. I mean, Slow's pitcher Ryan Featherstone just had his day versus all the batters for the Oaks. It's kind of been a string of a theme a little bit for the Oaks at times, just struggling to find consistency at the plate.
2-2, misses outside. It's now a full count on Anthony Shepler. Well, yeah, and the story certainly in the first inning was the Stompers really being able to make Carson work deep into the count. Grounded to the right side. Johnson is able to take it on a hop, and he underhand tosses to Carson for the out. So 1 out here in the fourth inning. Johnson, a little redemption play there as Shepler hit it to him last time, and that now brings up Connor Pulowski, the catcher. So Cody Carson and the Oaks currently down by 1 run in Game 1 of the CCL Championship here in 2025. Misses upstairs, 1-0. Well, before committing to Bellarmine, in 2024 at Butte College, he batted .367, a .433 on base percentage, and there's a strike on the outer part of the plate. Hit 1 home run in 2024 for Butte. 9 doubles. There's a strike to make the count 1-2 now. Well, Pulowski, one of 2 catchers for the Stompers, the other one being Esteban Sepulveda. Chopper to the left side. Tyler Hawley takes the hop, throws to first for out number 2.
Yeah, you can just tell that Carson's now sort of finding himself on the mound in this inning. A lot more commanding of his pitches, especially just that last one at bat versus Connor Pulowski. Finally got the slider to go on the pitch before that ground out, and just I think that's the key for the Oaks as they trail 2-1. You know, still plenty of baseball to play in this game, and you know, with errors that you have early on, just play with a loose mind, forget about it, and go to the next play.
Fastball misses upstairs to Trent Keys, the left fielder who flew out his first time up. The Stompers had the bottom of their order due up this inning, and Keys did not go around, says third base umpire. So now it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, Keys was extremely strong versus the Crawdads in the North title game. He was 3 for 4 with 3 doubles.
2-0. Misses upstairs. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Well, Cody Carson has been able to retire the first 2 batters of this 4th inning. And defense, you know, talked about it all season long. The defensive fundamentals are going to be super important in this tournament. Can't say how important, you can't say enough how important they are, as Keys draws a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, especially when you're second in the California Collegiate League with 65 errors. I mean, that's something that we've seen all season long, and you know, at a certain point, you obviously work and you practice, but it just comes part of the game, and you have to just find ways around it. And that's what the Oaks are going to have to do today with already 3 defensive errors.
Quinn Meaden, the batter now. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. Looks at a ball upstairs, 1-0.
And I thought that's what the Oaks, I mean, that was their strong suit versus the Saints. I mean, they played errorless baseball through 9 innings. I mean, it helped that Charlie Decker had just such a strong performance on the mound, but the defense really locked in.
High and inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Well, Quinn Meaden was hitless on Wednesday night against the Walnut Creek Crawdads with a walk and a hit by pitch. 2-0 is in there on the outside corner for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Trent Keys at first with 2 outs, a 2-1 count on Meaden. Carson deals. Misses high and inside. It's now 3-1 on Quinn Meaden. At the Oaks, if you're the Oaks, you gotta just put those errors behind you and focus on the now. Misses outside for ball 4, so a 2-out walk, back-to-back walks now for the Sonoma Stompers, and they have a chance to capitalize on that here.
Yeah, just right there, a slider that he couldn't control, and we've seen Carson go quite a bit to the fastball. Still trying to find full command of that fastball today, but now pitching coach Scott Radinsky coming out for the first pitching meet.
Scott Radinsky, a former Major League ball player himself, drafted out of high school by the Chicago White Sox when he was 18 years old. Played at Simi Valley High School, a left-handed pitcher. Played in the big leagues for a little over a decade. He played for the White Sox for 4 years, and for actually 5 years, and also played for the Dodgers for 3. Played for the Cardinals for a couple of years, and for the Cleveland, at the time, the Indians, now the Guardians. And he began his coaching career in 2005 for the South Atlantic League's Lake County captains.
Yeah, when he's not doing that, he's also a lead vocalist for the group Pulley. Music and baseball has run his life. He even started that Pulley punk rock music band during 1994, so the year that he didn't pitch due to an illness.
And music and sports, certainly a very cool combo, as there's a strike to Handren. I can think of another former Major League pitcher, Barry Zito, who I learned plays the guitar. In the dirt, blocked by Jacob Galloway. It's a 1-1 count now on Max Handren.
Yeah, heads up play right there by Galloway. Had that gone past, just with the speed that they have on the bags right now. Trent Keys at second base had 8 stolen bases in the regular season.
1-1 pitch. Misses downstairs. It's now 2-1 on Handren. Well, he walked his first time up and then reached on an error from Tyler Hawley. It is an error on the scoreboard now. And there's a strike on the outside corner. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Handren. It's now first and second with 2 outs. In the dirt again, blocked by Galloway, and he thought about throwing down to second, but Mora was not over there in time, and not sure he would have been out, but it's now a full count on Handren, which means with first and second and 2 outs, the runners will be going on this pitch. Payoff pitch. There they go, and there's a line drive over the glove of Mora into left field for a base hit. Coming to the plate and scoring is Trent Keys as Quinn Meaden goes to third, and it's now a 3-1 lead for Sonoma on an RBI single from Max Handren, and Stompers with a 2-run lead.
Yeah, strong hitting right there from Max Handren, who advanced last time on an error and scored a run last inning and finally gets his first hit of the day. And it just skipped right past, or grazed right past Zach Moore's glove as he tried to make a diving play on the right side.
Yeah, Mora did everything he could there. It's now runners at the corners with 2 outs, a 3-1 ball game. Nick Sebastiani looks at a ball upstairs. Well, Sebastiani walked his first time up. The hero in Wednesday night's CCL North title game with the walk-off 2-run blast. He went 1 for 4 in that game. So that one misses for a ball. It's now 2-0.
Yeah, that was just pretty much a hair away from hitting Sebastiani in the knees.
2-0 pitch. Misses a little bit upstairs. It's now 3-0 with 2 outs. Well, Sebastiani, he got lucky when he was on base back in the first inning. He almost got doubled off, but a wild throw allowed a run to score and Sebastiani to advance to second. 3-0, a fastball strike on the corner. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, and Sonoma doesn't look like a team that just drove 9 hours south. I mean, they look energized, they look ready to go, and they're leading 3-1 here against the defending champs.
In the dirt, it gets away. It's a walk to Sebastiani, and scoring is Quinn Meaden. So a walk and a wild pitch has made it a 4-1 lead for the Stompers. Yeah, I mean, that, from the way it looks right now, that drive was rather more energizing.
Yeah, I can tell you, I've personally driven up to Sonoma from Los Angeles. It is a 10-hour drive, and all I want to do the next day is take a nap. And these guys are coming out energized, and they're playing good baseball. And, I mean, the big thing is they're taking advantage of, what the Oaks are giving them.
And that gives you a little taste of minor league baseball, too. You got teams that will drive up, that will maybe arrive at 4 in the morning and then have to play at 11.
Yeah.
Stories like that. And Oaks manager David Solis talking to the home plate umpire, I believe, about the last play.
Yeah, Coach David Solis has showed all season, if you make a wrong call or there's just a dispute that he doesn't believe in his mind is correct, he's going to let you hear it.
And we haven't seen him go off as much as other coaches, but
Yeah.
he'll speak his mind still.
Yeah, I mean, he's certainly front of the line when it comes to talking to the umpires. But yeah, you're right. I mean, we saw Scott Radinsky at the end of the regular season get thrown out.
Now the batter is Xander Silken, who had an RBI double back in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2 on the day. He lined out to second in the 1st inning on what should have been a double play ball for the Oaks, but ball ended up being thrown away as the slider is in there over the middle of the plate for a strike, 0-1. Xander Silken went 0 for 2 on Wednesday night with a couple of ground outs and a walk. In the dirt, and Galloway able to retrieve it. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, we'll see how much longer just Cody Carson goes. There's action in the bullpen. Looks like Spencer Kratt pitching to catcher Anthony Thomas right now.
There's a line drive to center field. That will get down for a base hit. And coming to the plate and scoring is Max Handren. And it's now 5-1 Stompers on an RBI single by Xander Silken. And the Stompers just keep on rolling.
Yeah, they're having their way with Cody Carson, and Coach David Solis realizes that as he comes with a mound visit, and I expect this to be Carson's day over.
And that would be correct, as we're going to have a new pitcher. So Cody Carson does not have much better of a day than he did on Saturday. Slightly better as he goes longer and has allowed less runs so far, but pitching change coming. We will step aside. Well, Cody Carson's day is done on the mound as he, for the time being, has allowed 5 runs in 3 2/3 innings of work, but both of the runners on base still belong to Carson, so his line is not officially done yet, but he yields way to Spencer Kratt. Spencer Kratt making his 9th pitching appearance of the season. He was last seen on July 26th against the Blues as he takes a hack and misses, 0-1.
Yeah, right now for the Oaks, it's just one batter at a time. And, I mean, to be honest, they had that opportunity at the bottom of the order with Trenton Keys. I mean, it was 2 outs. All you needed to do was get one final out.
Popped up in the air to center field. Drifting back is Kenlinger. Makes the catch by the track. So Stompers with 3 2-out runs in the 4th inning. And we head now to the bottom of the 4th. 5-1 Sonoma in Game 1 of the CCL Championship. We will be right back. We now enter the bottom of the fourth inning, and the Sonoma Stompers, the CCL North champions, lead 5-1 in the bottom of the fourth inning, and Jake Schwartz will lead it off for the Oaks in their half of the fourth. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. That was in the second inning, and he looks at a ball outside, 1-0. Well, Jake Schwartz with 2 home runs on the season. Looks at a ball downstairs, 2-0. His first one was against Philippines Baseball Group back on July 5th, and 2-0. It's a strike on the inside corner, 2-1, and he hit one later in July on the road against the Arroyo Seco Saints. 2-1 misses upstairs. It's 3-1 on Jake Schwartz. We've seen Schwartz in left field, a couple times in right field, and also at first base. There's a swing and a miss, so it's now a full count on Schwartz.
Yeah, this is a Sonoma team that, talked about at the beginning of the program, but they are one of the most high-powered offense, if not the most high-powered offense of all the California Collegiate League.
Fouled away to the left side. It's still a full count on Schwartz.
They finished first in runs at 282. They were first in home runs with 23, first in RBIs, and they scored 10-plus runs 10 times this season.
That one is lifted in the air to right field, and Quinn Meaden makes the catch by the track and the line for the first out.
Yeah, Schwartz drove that well, just not hard enough out into right field, as Meaden was able to drift over to his left on the right field line and make the play.
Now that brings up Landon West, who grounded out his first time up back to the mound, which did ultimately lead to a run. So he gets his second look at the plate here. It's a strike on the lower part of the zone, and I don't know if you've seen Jude, but he does have his Rice Superfan out in the crowd today in the front row on the third base side of the bleachers, as that one is lifted in the air to left center field. A long run, and the center fielder Cameron Hegeman makes the catch in the gap for the second out.
I'm glad you brought that up. Good to see him out here. We only saw him out in Pasadena. It's always good talking to him, but yeah, he made the drive. I mean, he's a resident of Pasadena, so makes the drive out to Thousand Oaks to to support the Rice faithful one last time this summer season.
Now brings up Zach Mora, who singled his first time up. That one is yanked to left field down the line. That is a fair ball, as Trent Keys has trouble picking it up. Mora heads to second, and he will hit the brakes there. And he's got a 2-out double here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Puts himself into scoring position with 2 outs.
Yeah, Mora's a bat that the Oaks continue that they can put trust in. I mean, he has really shown up in the month of July, and now coming into the postseason. He's 2 for 2 today at the plate. And he had 18 hits this season, but a third of those hits went for doubles, so he is a double-double machine.
Are you saying we can order double-doubles from him?
Just got to go through the drive-thru.
Yeah. Here's Ethan Gonzalez, who was responsible for the 1 RBI for the Oaks today. Misses outside for a ball. Well, while Gonzalez may be responsible for an error, he has contributed offensively to this game as well. Had an RBI single back in the second inning that scored Jake Schwartz, as he looks at a strike on the inside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, Ethan Gonzalez, he has had a very successful summer at the plate and in the corner, in the middle of the infield, batting .276. Grounded left side. Shortstop Handren makes a nice stop. Throws to first, and Gonzalez just beats the throw from Max Handren, as Paul Lazul had to stretch his body out to catch it, but it wasn't enough. And it's a 2-out infield single for Gonzalez. He's now 2 for 2 on the day.
Yeah, great base running there from Gonzalez. And really, it's been the 8 and the 9 batters for the Oaks that have really been the sole offense. Combination of Mora and Gonzalez combined for all 4 hits the Oaks offense have today.
That now brings up Tommy Kemlinger. Takes the ball upstairs. 1-0. Well, Kemlinger 0 for 1 on the day with a walk and a fly out.
Yeah, where Gonzalez also just put that chopper, just veer the left.
A big swing and a miss, 1-1. Yeah, he made Handren move pretty much all the way to his right, and then he had to sort of rebuild his momentum and throw all the way to first. He made a perfect throw, but Gonzalez just beat it. Chopper to second base. Shepler tosses to second for the force to end the inning. So the Oaks leave a pair on. They get no runs. And we now head to the 5th inning as Stompers lead 5-1. We'll be right back. Five to 1 Stompers as we now head to the 5th inning, and leading things off for the Stompers will be Paul Lazul, the first baseman. He is 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a ground out, as Spencer Kratt has thrown 2 pitches on the day. He ended the 4th inning taking over for Cody Carson, so he enters his first full inning as he would hope it to be. Throws a strike on the outside corner, 0-1 to Paul Lazul. Oh, on a swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Spencer Kratt with a 2-0 record on the season so far. His first win came against the Santa Barbara Foresters on June 11th in a 9-5 win. That one misses just a little bit off the plate. Well, Spencer Kratt had recently committed to San Jose State University, one of the recent commits for the Oaks. 1-2 to Lazul. Ground ball left side. Tyler Holly can't handle it. And Tyler Holly with his second error of the day, as he just could not pick that one up. Hit right off the heel, went off his chest. And just out of his range to throw out Lazul. So the Oaks with their 4th error of the game.
Yeah, it's now the second on Holly, and that's a tough one. I mean, thus far, the Oaks, in innings that they have had an error defensively, they've only allowed 2 runs. But still, the Stompers have shown they take advantage of anything.
That one's launched to right center field. That's in the gap and will head to the wall. Lazul on his way to third base. Kemlinger gets it in. Lazul getting the wave. The throw to the plate is high and goes to the backstop. Lazul scores to head on to third, and safe is Anthony Shepler. And so the Stompers immediately stomp on the Oaks for the error by Holly as Anthony Shepler delivers the RBI double to right center field and advances to third on the throw.
Well, it only took one pitch for the Stompers to make right of the Oaks mistake right there, and that was just a great piece of hitting right there from Shepler. Just drives that one into right center field, and Kendlinger has to go all the way back to the wall to collect, and all sorts of problems for the Oaks in game one.
Telling you, the Stompers are feeding off of the Oaks' mistakes. As Galloway scoops that one, it misses low. The batter is Connor Pulowski. He is 0 for 2 on the day as Stompers with Shepler at third. The infield is in for the Oaks. 1-0. Right side, through for a base hit. In to score is Shepler. And it's now 7-1 Stompers on an RBI single by Connor Pulowski. So he joins the hit party.
Whether it's Cody Carson or Spencer Pratt, none of them have been able to figure out the Sonoma batters thus far, and that was just a lightly hit ball into right field, and Johnson just not able to use all his reach to be able to collect that. I mean, it just skipped right past him, and then same as Gonzalez at second base. So 3 batters, already 2 runs in the 5th.
Trent Keys rips one into center field. Kendlinger coming on, and he makes the catch. So a much-needed first out for the Conejo Oaks as Pulowski heads back to first. But yeah, and you sort of have to wonder if Holly were able to field that ball from Lazul, would Shepler's at bat have been different, and would the ball of Pulowski that he hit ended up in a different place based on where the infield was? Well, you can only wonder, though.
I mean, yeah, you can only wonder, but I mean, if Holly does get that out at first, it would already feel like a different inning.
As Quinn Meaden fouls that one away. He is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. And yeah, walks and errors have been probably the most detrimental factors of this game for the Oaks.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine Shepler's ball still would have landed where it did, regardless of the infield, but that error on Holly is definitely detrimental.
Misses upstairs, 1-1. The count now on Quinn Meaden.
Well, this only means if you're in the dugout as an Oaks batter right now, you got to say to yourself, well, let's get it going, because that's what they're going to need offensively, down 7-1 now.
Chopper up the middle. Zach Mora able to field it, step on second, and throw to first for the double play. So a strong ending to an otherwise frustrating inning for Spencer Pratt as he allows an unearned run followed by another run, and 7-1 Stompers as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Stay tuned. We now enter the bottom of the 5th inning. This game is brought to you by Pizza Man Dan's with 7 different locations scattered throughout Ventura County. Get your hot pie now. Lucas Danuitz will lead it off for the Oaks in the bottom of the 5th. He looks at a ball upstairs. Well, Danuitz, one of 2 Cal Lutheran baseball players currently on the Oaks. The 1-0. Left side, it's a foul ball. The Oaks had several Cal Lu baseball players, some current and some former last year, including Danuitz, as well as Kai Caranto, Luke Wexler, Daniel Orozco, Austin Carrillo, who was the MVP of the CCL Championship series for the Oaks. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Lucas Danuitz. Misses outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Danuitz whacks 1 foul. It's 2-2, and Devin Laginto in his 5th inning of work. He has allowed just 1 run on the day. Really, his only hurdles that he's faced that have been any sort of costly were in the 2nd inning. 2-2 pitch. Misses upstairs. It's now a full count on Lucas Danuitz. Three-two is chopped foul, so still 3-2 on Danuitz. Lucas Danuitz this past spring season for the Kingsmen hit 2 home runs. First one came against George Fox University. The second one against Occidental. Knows this ballpark as well as anybody. That one misses outside, so a leadoff walk to Danuitz. He's on first to start the inning. Well, that is the 3rd walk of the day allowed by Devin Laginto.
Yeah, it's also the 3rd free pass leadoff of an inning for the Oaks. Last time they got a free pass was back in the 2nd inning when Jake Schwartz was hit by a pitch. Ended up being a run. Oaks hoping for a similar result and even more as they trail 7-1.
That's in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes now on Jacob Galloway. Well, Galloway 0 for 1 with a walk and a ground out. As the Oaks are chasing 6 runs right now and counting. Sharp ground ball to short. Handren steps on the bag and throws to first. That's too easy for Max Handren right there.
Yeah, that's as easy as it's going to get in a double play right there. Ball pretty much hit right by the second base on the left side, and all Handren really has to do is step over, tag, and then throw for the 6-3 double play.
Brings up now Tyler Holly, who is 0 for 2 on the day. He was a strikeout victim his last time up.
Yeah, he's had some struggles defensively that he's probably kicking himself a little that he wants back.
Pops up the first pitch he sees to second base. Anthony Shepler underneath it, and he makes the catch under the sun. So a 1-2-3 inning. Well, a walk, a double play, and then a pop out. That ends the 5th inning. We now head to the 6th. 7-1 Stompers will be back. We enter the 6th inning. It's a 7-1 lead for the Sonoma Stompers, and Spencer Kratt enters another inning of work. Pitched a full inning of work in the 5th inning, allowed 2 runs, one of those unearned. And so leading things off for the Stompers will be, as that one is popped out to the left side, Max Handren, who is 1 for 3 on the day. Had an RBI single his last time up in the 4th inning when the Stompers scored 3 2-out runs. Swing and a miss from Max Handren to make the count now 0-2.
Yeah, it's 2 runs as well as an RBI. And probably had the easiest double play of his life last inning.
This is outside for a ball. Yeah, I mean, quickest way you could describe it was catch it, pivot left, throw to first. 1-2 on the way. This is outside. It's now 2-2 count on Max Handren.
Yeah, if you're the Oaks, you definitely don't want more of those 1, 2, 3 innings, especially down 6 runs.
Grounded to the right side. Johnson tosses to Kratt for the first out. Well, that now brings up Nick Sebastiani, and I told you I would talk about this later on. Well, in the CCL North title game, a lot of the Oaks crew and we were watching the live stream, and in the bottom of the 9th inning, the Stompers loaded the bases with nobody out, and the Crawdads pitcher, Brady Wilson, struck out 2 and then got Max Handren to pop out. And then the Crawdads kept Wilson in the game in the bottom of the 10th inning. I would guess likely to conserve certain arms should they play more, but it only took 2 pitches for Sebastiani to cap it off with a walk-off 2-run bomb.
Yeah, I was sitting with my jaw dropped watching that game. I mean, honestly, like, it was 9th inning, and you're thinking, okay, well, all they really need to do is walk it right here, and bases loaded with 2 outs. I think it was a 3-0 count, and the guy popped out. And yeah, I mean, conserve arms, but when tomorrow's not guaranteed, Crawdads probably thinking they wanted to use another pitcher there and, you know, try to win that game so they could be playing here today.
It's 3-0 on Sebastiani. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do. I beg your pardon, it's 2-1. Swung on and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, I mean, that's about as dramatic as it has gotten this season in the CCL. And, you know, for college ball, it's unreal. This is downstairs. It's now a full count on Nick Sebastiani.
I mean, that's the thing as a kid you dream of doing. You know, you think about yourself hitting a walk-off home run, and, you know, even if it's the college level, to send your team to the title game.
In the air to right center field, and curves over to Lucas Danuitz out there in right field, who makes the catch for the 2nd out. Well, Danuitz has gotten a lot of action out there in right. He's made a couple sliding catches as well.
Yeah, good fielding yet again by Danuitz, and that just kind of worked to his benefit as it curved towards the right, and he was running towards the ball.
That now brings up Xander Silken, who has a pair of RBIs on a pair of hits. It's 2 for 3 on the day. Kratt delivers, and it misses downstairs, 1-0 on Silken.
Yeah, it's Silken's first summer playing summer ball for the Stompers. It's been 2023 with Illinois Valley Pistol Shrimps in the Prospect League.
Line drive, base hit right field, so Xander Silken with his 3rd hit of the day. And he's on with 2 outs in the 6th inning.
Yeah, when you have that confidence stepping up to the plate, when you've already done it twice today, you can feel it through every part of your body, and right there he just attacks another fastball and able to get a CNI single to right field.
Oh, inside-out swing there to line it the other way. Brings up Cameron Hegeman for the Stompers. Misses upstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. Well, Cameron Hegeman is 0 for 3 on the day with a couple of flyouts and a ground out. As Silken at first with 2 outs. That misses high and inside. It's a 2-0 count on Hegeman as Stompers with a 6-run cushion. And they'd love to get more insurance. Misses downstairs. It's now a 3-0 count on Cameron Hegeman. Kratt looking to rebound from his rough 5th inning. And he issues a 4-pitch walk to Cameron Hegeman.
Yeah, everything going the Stompers' way in Game 1 thus far, and certainly given the Stompers faithful that came all the way down south, something to cheer about.
Well, out to the mound goes David Solis to talk to Spencer Kratt. The Oaks do have action in their bullpen. And it looks like Spencer Kratt's day is done. So the Oaks will go to the bullpen and we will step aside for the moment. Well, Spencer Kratt's day is done. He ends up going 2 innings exactly, and he yields way to Cade Berry, the left-hander. Cade Berry making his 10th appearance on the mound this summer for the Oaks. So swing and a miss, the rising senior from Simi Valley, California, and he is 1-1 on the season. His last appearance came on July 23rd. He was the losing pitcher that game against the Orange County Riptide in a 2-1 loss for the Oaks. Pitched 1 inning, allowed 1 run, 1 hit. 0-1. There's a fastball strike on the outside corner. 0-2 is the count to Paul Lazul, who is 0 for 3 on the day.
Yeah, for Cade Berry, this is his first postseason appearance in the 2 years that he's played for the Oaks. Didn't make any appearances in the 2024 postseason.
Swing and a miss, so Berry comes on and immediately gets a 3-pitch strikeout in the form of Paul Lazul. So now we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's still 7-1 Stompers. We'll be right back. Into the bottom of the 6th inning we go. And leading things off for the Oaks will be Nolan Johnson, the first baseman. Well, Johnson is 0 for 2 on the day with a pop out and a ground out as the Oaks look to work some magic here. And he shows bunt. He commits to it for a strike. Well, the Sonoma Stompers in 2022, they joined the California Collegiate League. They transitioned there. They were previously a part of the Pacific Association, as that one grounded up the middle for a base hit. So Nolan Johnson with a leadoff single to begin the bottom of the 6th inning. A good start for the Oaks as they need to catch up with some runs. Yeah, the Sonoma Stompers, when the Oaks had won their 2018 title, they were still playing in the Pacific Association, and Stompers are a top 3 rated collegiate team. There's a strike on in the zone to Jake Schwartz, and they are in part funded by Major League Baseball.
Yeah, you have the MLB Youth Academy with the MLB Barons.
The Santa Barbara Foresters are another one as well. That one is another pickoff throw to first, and the Foresters do not play in this particular tournament. They travel to Wichita because they're a part of the National Baseball Congress. So another check on Johnson at first, and Devin Laginto enters his 6th inning of work. He has outpitched Cody Carson by far. That one's lifted in the air to right center field. Hangs high in the air, and the catch is made by Quinn Meaden for out number 1.
Yeah, I'll say one really cool thing just in kind of doing the research on this Stompers team and their history since, starting in 2014 as an independent baseball team. They actually, the first years that they've been in the California Collegiate League was the first kind of time they had college players and really was focusing on the development there. But in 2016, they actually made national news on July 22nd. They had the first professional female battery with pitcher Kelsey Whitmore and their catcher Anna Kimber. And just a year later, they would have female pitcher Stacy Pagano go 7 innings in a 1-run performance versus the Pittsburgh Diamonds on July 15th.
Misses downstairs, 1-1 to Landon West. And the Stompers are led by head coach Zach Pace, who is in his 7th season at the helm. Misses a little bit outside. Good framing job there by Pulowski, but not enough. 2 balls and 1 strike to Landon West. Well, Landon West had one of the big hits in the CCL South title game. It's an RBI double to the gap in right center field. It's ahead 3-1. West is 0 for 2 on the day. There's a swing and a miss. The count is now full on Landon West. Well, this season, Landon West joined the team early in July. He was part of the 2024 championship team. 3-2, misses downstairs for ball 4. So a 1-out walk to Landon West.
Yeah, he appeared in 10 at-bats last postseason, had 3 hits, had 2 walks as well.
Well, here is Zach Mora, who is 2 for 2 on the day. He's been the most consistent bat for the Oaks today so far. He's got a single and a double. He doubled back in the 4th inning. Misses a little bit off the plate, 1-0. So what we've seen this inning, a single, a fly out, and a walk have put 2 on with 1 out.
Yeah, the Oaks could use a little bit more right here.
1 ball, no strikes, 2 on with 1 out. Mora pops that one up. In the air to center, Cameron Hegeman comes on to make the catch, and the runners will hold for the 2nd out. Now brings up Ethan Gonzalez. Gonzalez 2 for 2 as well with 2 singles and an RBI single back in the second inning.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier, but Gonzalez and Moore really have been the only offense up until this point. I mean, they combined for 4 of the 5 hits in total that the Oaks have.
Middle infield getting it done at the plate. Fastball buzzes Gonzalez inside, 1-0. Yeah, Gonzalez, he's been a pretty consistent RBI deliverer for the Oaks. 1-0. Line drive into left center field for a base hit. Johnson is going to come to the plate, and it's a 5-run lead for the Stompers. 7-2 ball game on an RBI single by Ethan Gonzalez, his 3rd hit and 2nd RBI of this game.
Yeah, strong piece of hitting from Gonzalez once again. It's something that Oaks fans got used to seeing in the month of June and July, just his consistent hitting, showing up when the Oaks needed him. And he's done so today right there with another RBI single.
Now that brings up Tommy Kendlinger, the center fielder, hitless so far, 1 walk. So Landon West at second and Gonzalez at first, and Kendlinger gets hit in the elbow by that one, so he gets to go to first, and the bases are now loaded with 2 outs. And that brings up Lucas Danuitz. Well, you know, Danuitz, he can't tie the game right here, but he could certainly put the Stompers in a very vulnerable position as looks like Devin Wilkes is actually going to pinch hit for Lucas Danuitz, but in the meantime, we've got a mound visit here. And it's Zach Pace who's going out to the mound to talk to Devin Laginto. There are 2 outs in this inning, and that is just the 2nd run allowed by Laginto on the day, but a little bit of a break here. Zach Pace is in his 7th season as the head coach of the Stompers. He's been a cornerstone of their organization. He's a veteran of independent ball. Played for 11 years in independent ball, including 5 seasons with the San Rafael Pacifics, who won 3 Pacific Association championships with that team. Well, it's now bases loaded with 2 outs, and the batter is Devin Wilkes. Wilkes has 2 homers on the season. First pitch is a little bit outside for ball 1. Well, you've got Landon West at 3rd, Ethan Gonzalez at 2nd, and Tommy Kendlinger at 1st, all with 2 outs. 1-0. Fastball outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
And just take those 2 pitches right there, and you'll see how much Wilkes has matured as a batter at the plate. I mean, he used to have a problem swinging at every first pitch he saw and even every second pitch and chasing a lot of pitches. Right there, staying calm.
That one is ripped into right field for a base hit. In to score is West. Right behind him is Gonzalez. Going to 3rd is Tommy Kendlinger. And it's now a 3-run ball game on a 2 RBI single by Devin Wilkes. And it's a 7-4 Stompers lead. Well, there you have it. There's that pitch discipline that you were talking about right on cue, and Wilkes finds his pitch and gets it.
At 105 off the bat, that was a flamethrower out into right field, and that's just the type of confidence, you know, that the Oaks needed as a whole, and really just waking up this whole entire Oaks faithful out on the left side of the stands. I mean, they needed something to cheer about after pretty much 1-run ball through 5 innings, and now it's 3 runs here in the 6th, and it's the 17-year-old kid, Devin Wilkes, getting the faithful on their feet.
Misses downstairs for a ball to Jacob Galloway. Well, yeah, Devin Wilkes delivers a pinch hit 2 RBI single. Definitely his biggest hit in quite a while. Kenlinger and Wilkes, the runners. There's a grounder to the right side. Shepler able to take it on a couple hops and throw to first to complete the inning, but not before some damage is done. Oaks get 3. It's a 7-4 Stompers lead. The Oaks have made it a little bit interesting, but we head to the 7th inning. 7-4 Stompers. Stay tuned. Cade Berry will enter another inning of work and a lot of defensive changes for the Oaks. So Devin Wilkes, who pinch hit for Danuitz, he's at first base. Nolan Johnson moves from first to catcher. And Jax Jimenez takes over as the right fielder. And Galloway now moves from catcher to left. And that is not a switch that you see every day.
Certainly not, but the Oaks need a change.
That one is fouled away to the left side. No balls and 1 strike to Max, to Anthony Shepler. Shepler is 1 for 3 on the day. He had an RBI double his last time up and advanced to third on a throwing error from Gonzalez. Shepler gets a tiny little piece of that one. Gets it into the glove of Nolan Johnson. So it's 0-2 on Shepler, the second baseman for Sonoma. And to the right side, and Gonzalez will throw off balance to first for the out.
Well, you like to see that more right there from Gonzalez. You know, had the error earlier on this game, but a nice backhanded play to get the out. And now it's just a 3-run game, so if you're the Oaks, put a little bit more confidence in your pitcher, Cade Berry, knowing he's got to continue to pitch well, and in the first 2 batters we've seen, he's just done that.
Well, Connor Pulowski now the batter against Cade Berry, and he looks at a ball low and inside, 1-0. Well, Pulowski 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI single. And that one is fouled away to the right side. So it's an even 1-1 count. Well, Cade Berry, he only had to throw 3 pitches in the 6th inning to get out of it after Spencer Kratt had put 2 base runners on. That one is fouled off to the right side. It's still a 1-ball, 2-strike count, and you know, we've seen people walking along that little mountainy area just beyond the foul fence on the right side, and we had strongly advised them to stay aware. Stay away from that area, really. Chopped in front of the plate. Johnson takes it, throws to first. The throw is high, but Wilkes is able to land on the bag just in time for the out.
Well, the Oaks escape almost a potential nightmare right there. Johnson just his throw a little bit high for Wilkes, but Wilkes in his first appearance at first base today with the heads-up play.
So 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th inning, and as of that second out this inning, Barry has officially thrown a full inning of work. That one misses upstairs for a ball to Trent Keys, the left fielder. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. 1-0. Misses high and outside. 2 balls and no strikes on Keys. Well, Cade Berry came on to stop any potential further damage in the 6th inning. Finished the inning with a 3-pitch strikeout. 2-0, a swing and a miss. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now on Trent Keys. Oaks still chasing 3 runs, but in the bottom of the 6th, they were able to cut the lead in half. Misses upstairs, 3 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. Hitters count on Trent Keys. Well, Keys went 3 for 4 at the plate on Wednesday with 3 doubles. And he looks at ball 4 outside. So a 2-out walk to Keys.
Well, the Oaks can only hope that a 2-out walk is not the same result we saw back in the 4th inning.
Well, with 2 outs and a runner at first, it'll be Quinn Meaden, the right fielder. Bounced into a 6-3 double play his last time up. Runner at first with 2 outs. Misses down and in for a ball, 1-0. Well, Meaden hitless on the day so far, 0 for 2 with 2 walks. So he's had 4 plate appearances up to this point. 1-0 pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner. It's now 1-1 on Quinn Meaden. Instead, it's a check on Trent Keys at first, and Wilkes is able to block it.
Yeah,
if not pick it up cleanly.
Yeah, not the best check throw right there by Cade Berry. Kind of just threw that one into the dirt. But Wilkes using his body to shield it.
Meaden gets a piece of that one and hits it into the dirt. So it's a 1-2 count now on Quinn Meaden. Trent Keys at first with 2 outs here in the 7th inning. 1-2 on the way. And there goes Trent Keys, and the Oaks will give him second there, as I think Johnson and the Oaks might have thought they had strike 3.
Yeah, I think they did have strike 3, and it was just right on the inside corner, according to our TrackMan. And yeah, I mean, I think Johnson as well as Barry and pretty much the rest of the defense thought that was going to be a strikeout.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and now Keys at second. A single could bring him home. 2-2. In the dirt, it's now a full count on Quinn Meaden. Well, the Stompers with a 3-run lead, but the Oaks there on their tail. It's a full count with 2 outs. 3-2 on the way. In the dirt, another walk, so back-to-back 2-out walks issued by Cade Berry. And now that puts runners at first and second with 2 outs. And now brings up Max Handren, who grounded out last inning. Had an RBI single back in the 4th inning. So Keys at second, Meaden at first with 2 outs. A base hit to the outfield could extend the Stompers' lead. Handren looks at a strike on middle part of the zone. Good location by Barry, and also a good take by Handren for the first pitch. No balls and 1 strike. 2 outs, 2 on. 0-1. In the dirt, it gets away from Johnson, and both Keys and Meaden will move up. So it's now second and third with 2 outs. And that could be a big pitch here, as Handren with 1 swing could make this potentially a 5 or even 6-run lead for the Stompers. One ball and 1 strike. Second and third, 2 outs. Barry deals. Swing and a miss. Well, Handren just swung right through that one. It's now a 1-2 count. So Trent Keys the runner at third. Meaden at second with 2 outs. Nick Sebastiani waits on deck should it reach him. And that hits Handren. And that'll now load the bases with 2 outs. And the Oaks continuing to face some trouble here in the 7th inning.
Yeah, that's not going to feel good, especially 88-mile-per-hour fastball right to the back. But the Oaks have put themselves, or I should say Cade Barry has put himself in quite some traffic. 2 walks and hit by pitch.
Well, time is called. Nolan Johnson will step out to the mound to talk to Cade Barry. Well, here's Nick Sebastiani. He's 0 for 2 on the day with 2 walks. But he's certainly a major threat at the plate, as we saw on Wednesday night to cap off that game against the Walnut Creek Crawdads, the defending North Division champions from last season. So it's bases loaded, 2 outs. Keys, Meaden, and Handren, the runners. Misses down and inside, 1-0 on Sebastiani.
You know, it's since that pitch that was called a ball that was just on the inside part of the zone. Since that pitch, it has gone downhill. Trent Keys stole, and then it was a walk, and then a hit by pitch.
In the air to left field. Underneath it is Galloway to make the catch, and so that ends the inning. So Barry works his way out of trouble, leaves the bases loaded, and now we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Time to stretch at George Sparky Anderson. We'll be right back. We now enter the bottom of the 7th inning. Devin Laginto's day is done. He throws 6 innings of 4-run ball. He yields way to Haroon Pelha. Pelha, the rising senior at Youngstown State University. He's 2-1 this summer so far for the Stompers. He'll face Tyler Holly to lead things off as Holly takes a fastball strike on the outside corner. Well, Haroon Pelha, he previously played at Ventura College, Howard College, and Spring Hill College, so Youngstown State, his 4th institution that he's played at, as that one is lifted in the air to center field. Drifting back to make the catch is Cameron Hegeman for the first out.
Yeah, Pelha was one of the 3 pitchers as part of the California Collegiate League showcase game for the Stompers. So the Stompers turning to an all-star arm to try to calm the storm that we saw in the 6th inning where the Oaks scored 3.
That now brings up Nolan Johnson, who singled his last time up. He's 1 for 3 on the day. That single was the start of a 3-run rally. He singled and scored, and it's a slider that hits the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 to Johnson. Well, Haroon Pelha with a 2.19 ERA has struck out 26 batters on the summer. There's a line drive in the left center field over the glove of Handren for Johnson's 2nd hit of the ball game. So he's on with 1 out as the Oaks have a chance to come closer.
Yeah, he just goes fishing downstairs to get that one, and Johnson able to poke it right over the shortstop Handren to get the base hit, and that's a big one for the Oaks as they try to continue the storm here in the 7th.
Well, now the Oaks have a pinch hitter, Jax Jimenez, who took over defensively and in the lineup for Jake Schwartz. So Jimenez is in for Schwartz, but Oaks had some defensive switches. There's a line drive out to left field, and Keys is able to make the catch for out number 2. So 1 pitch, 1 swing, and the 2nd out.
Yeah, I think that was Jimenez just trying to get some early action at the plate right there, and goes opposite field to left field as he was batting from the left side this time. 2 down.
That now brings up Landon West, who is 0 for 2 on the day with a walk. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Johnson at first. Misses upstairs for a ball. 1-0 on Landon West, designated hitter. He drew a walk his last time up and would eventually score. Misses downstairs. It's now 2-0 on Landon West. Zach Mora waits on deck for the Oaks. We haven't seen Landon West go deep this summer, but he's certainly got power. Hit 1 home run for Rice this past spring season. High and in, it's 3-0. Beg your pardon, he hit 3 for Rice in the spring. It's 3-0 on West. Strike right down the pipe. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, West thought that was a ball.
It is not.
Johnson at first with 2 outs. 3-1 misses downstairs. It's a 2-out walk to Landon West.
Well, he just had to wait 1 more pitch, but is able to get the walk. So on the bank for the 2nd time via a free pass. Last time he walked, he was brought home on a run.
Brings up Zach Mora to the plate. He's 2 for 3 on the day with a single and a double. So Johnson at 2nd and West at first with 2 outs. That hits Mora in the back. So another hit batter, and for the Oaks, that is the second hit batter they have seen at the plate.
Well, this is prime position right here for Ethan Gonzalez, who was 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Really all you need to do is for him to put that in the outfield anywhere, and you at least bring home 1 run. And Pelha having some trouble in his first appearance versus the Oaks this year.
Yeah, this is the guy the Oaks want up at the plate. If they want anyone up, it is Gonzalez. He has 3 singles, 2 RBIs. He is 3 for 3. And he could give the Oaks the lead with 1 swing of the bat. We have not seen him go deep. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And Gonzalez looks at a strike on the outer part of the plate. So you've got Nolan Johnson at third, Landon West at second, and Zach Mora at first. The 0-1. Another strike on the outside corner, so Pelha able to at least bounce back from that hit batter with 2 strikes. We'll see what he does on this next pitch.
Yeah, froze Gonzalez both times with an off-speed slider.
0-2 pitch. Gonzalez gets a piece and fouls it into the dirt. So it's still 0-2 on Gonzalez. Well, Johnson, West, and more of the runners. It's a 7-4 lead for the Stompers. Bottom of the 7th inning, bases loaded, 2 outs.
Just keep fighting if you're Gonzalez.
Another 0-2. That one is fouled away by Gonzalez, and it will get out of play.
Yeah, that was a high fly ball foul.
Gonzalez putting up a battle against Pelha here.
Swinging the bat could flip this game on its head.
Another 0-2 pitch. Popped up foul, it'll get out of play. So Gonzalez gets yet another life.
Yeah, he had to reach out to get that one.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. No balls and 2 strikes. It's a 3-run ball game. Pelha looking to work his way out of this one. Another 0-2. Gonzalez fouls off another.
That's all you can really ask for right now. Continue to have Pelha work through this at-bat. The more you fight, the more you keep him longer on that. Now I'm guessing what pitcher he wants to throw.
Gonzalez fighting off Pelha like a dog here. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 3-run ball game. Another 0-2. And another foul ball. So that's 4 straight foul balls by Gonzalez after he took the first 2 pitches. Beg your pardon, that's actually 5. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 0-2. Another 0-2 pitch. Misses low and away, and now it's a 1-2 count. So that would be the 8th pitch of this at-bat. Number 9 is on the way. It's now 1-2 instead of 0-2 on Gonzalez. 1-2 delivery. Bounce foul to the right side. Boy, this is a tremendous time at bat for Ethan Gonzalez. The suspense is killing us here.
Yeah, not just us, the fans in both the Oaks and the Sonoma Stompers section. I mean, this place is ready to explode if Gonzalez is able to put one in play.
10th pitch of the at-bat coming. 1-2. Down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
And that's what you do when you test a pitcher, you know, then you kind of throw him out of his rhythm. And Peja with two straight balls now.
And I think if you're Peja, you don't want to make a mistake inside, and that's the key, as those pitches missed outside. 2-2 with 2 outs, bases loaded, 3-run ball game. 2-2 pitch. Another foul ball. Boy, what an at-bat put on by Gonzalez.
Yeah, you can feel what this moment means right now if the Oaks are able to capitalize.
Bases loaded, 2 outs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another 2-2. Strike 3 called. Peja wins the battle there. And the Oaks leave them loaded. Gonzalez puts on a tremendous at-bat to no avail, and we will now head to the 8th inning. It's 7-4 Stompers. We'll be back. New pitcher for the Conejo Oaks here in the 8th inning, Winston Peterson. Peterson, a freshman at Pepperdine, making his 9th appearance this season. He's got a 2.91 ERA. He's 0-1 on the season. His loss came on July 11th against the Santa Barbara Foresters when they walked off the Oaks. A fastball strike on the outside corner to Xander Silken. Well, Silken is 3 for 4 on the day with two singles and a double. He's got 2 RBIs on the day. That one misses way high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
And that one just stings in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bases loaded. What a fight that Gonzalez put up, but to take the final strike, that's tough.
Yeah, it would be a different story if he went down swinging, but yeah, who knows Left to wonder if he had swung at that pitch, would he have fouled it off? Would he have hit it in play? Who knows? 2 balls and 1 strike to Xander Silken, the third baseman. He's had a great day at the plate today. Chopper to the right side. Devin Wilkes, underhand toss to Peterson, who goes to the bag for the out. So 1 gone here in the 8th inning. Stompers still with a 7-4 lead over the Oaks, as it'll bring up Cameron Hegeman for the Stompers, the center fielder who is 0 for 3 on the day with a walk. He walked in the 6th inning. Fastball on the outside corner, 0-1 with 1 out. Pitch on the way. Strike on the outside corner, no balls and 2 strikes now on Hegeman. One gone here in the 8th inning. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. A 3-pitch strikeout for Winston Peterson. Records the 2nd out in the 8th inning.
Yeah, just a nasty fastball on the outside corner. Gets Hegeman to swing and a miss. Hegeman's first strikeout of the game. As well as Peterson's.
There's 2 outs now, and the batter is Paul Lazul. Misses upstairs, 1-0. Well, Lazul hitless on the day so far. He's 0 for 4. One time he reached base. He reached on an error by Holly back in the 5th inning. So it's 1-0. Peterson, he deals. Misses inside, goes to the backstop, 2-0.
Yeah, Peterson 0 for 1 on the season with a 2.19 ERA. Pitched 12 1/3 innings in the regular season for the Oaks. Had 18 strikeouts. In the last 4 innings that he's pitched, has only allowed 1 hit and has 5 strikeouts.
2-0, bounced foul to the right side. It's now 2-1. Yeah, Peterson, last time we saw him was on July 23rd in the 2-1 loss against the Orange County Riptide, who the Oaks did not have to face in the postseason. 2-1. High and inside, that buzzes Lazul. It's now 3-1.
Well, the Oaks have showed some fight now in the second half of this game, but it'll come down to capitalizing with runners in scoring position now.
This is inside. It's a 2-out walk to Paul Lazul. So he's at first with 2 outs.
Yeah, just last inning, it was a 2-out walk to Trenton Keys. Ended up being loaded bases, and a pop fly out to left field allowed Cade Bear to get out of that inning unscathed. So Oaks hoping for a much quicker inning here.
Well, it's now Anthony Shepler, the second baseman. Lazul at first with 2 outs. Still a 7-4 lead for the Sonoma Stompers. Misses inside, and Peterson has been missing on that inner part of the plate a lot and making hitters move out of the way to dodge that ball from hitting them.
Yeah, got to be a little careful. We've already seen a few guys get hit by pitches today.
And have definitely heard some reactions over it. 1-0 is a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Connor Pulowski waits on deck should it reach him. One. Fastball upstairs. It's 2-1 now on Anthony Shepler. The Oaks chasing 3 runs. Could be more unless this inning ends here. Pitch on the way, misses upstairs. It's now a 3-1 count on Shepler. So Shepler putting up a lengthy at-bat against Peterson, looking to work his way on. Peterson looks to finish it off right here. 3-1 pitch. Misses inside, back-to-back walks allowed by Winston Peterson. So now that puts 2 on with 2 outs. And that'll bring up Connor Pulowski, the catcher. He had an RBI single back in the 5th inning. He grounded out right in front of the plate his last time up.
Well, it's the same story in back-to-back innings now with 2 outs. The next 2 batters for the Stompers have walked. Like we talked about, luckily for Cade Berry last inning, it resulted in nothing, but can't keep putting guys on and trying to work out of traffic.
First and second, 2 outs. There's a strike on the middle inner part of the plate to Connor Pulowski. Well, Pulowski is 1 for 4 on the day with an RBI single back in the 5th inning. Trent Keys waits on deck should it go any further. The 0-1 is high and outside. It's now a 1-1 count on Pulowski. Stompers with a 3-run cushion. Of course, no lead is safe, as we have seen throughout the season. 1-1, 2 outs, 2 runners on. 1-1 on the way. High chopper. Zach Moore, it goes over his glove and into left field. And coming in to score is Paul Lazul, and Shepler goes to 3rd. Boy, what an unfortunate fluke for the Oaks, as was a chopper at the last second just skipped right over Zach Mora's glove.
Yeah, that's not going to show up as an error right there, but that just bounced. Just the way that Moore attacked, that was not the correct way you want to see a shortstop. He let it bounce too many times. I mean, granted, he thought maybe he could jump up top and get it, but you don't want to run that risk, especially in a game where every out matters. And now Stompers able to do it yet again with a 2-out situation, able to score more runs.
They're back to a 4-run lead. Now brings up Trent Keys. It's 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs. Fouled away to the left side, so is recorded as a hit on the throw to 3rd. The ball, that throw actually hit Shepler in the back.
Yeah.
And ended up going pass down to 3rd. And Connor Pulowski ended up heading to 2nd on the throw. And looks like Zach Pace is going out to talk to the home plate umpire about something, not exactly sure what.
Yeah, interested to see what he would be talking about. Well, that looks like all 4 umpires, which it's the first time we've seen that this season. Usually only 3 umpires. But I don't know what at this moment they'd be talking about. Zach Pace clearly led something that the home plate umpire had to now discuss with all 4. And yeah, it's hard to tell exactly what they're talking about. Saw one of the Stompers broadcasters go over.
We just got word that what they're discussing, I think Zach Pace thought that there was catcher's interference on that last play.
I guess imagine with his glove maybe got into the bat way of Trent Keys, but looks like it didn't result in anything.
So it's an 0-1 count on Trent Keys. Shepler at third, Pulowski at second with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. 1 run has already been scored by the Stompers. The 0-1. Misses a little bit upstairs. 1-1. Certainly no shortage of reactions from the Oaks faithful.
Yeah, that was an interesting pitch to react on. I mean, it was upstairs.
Yeah.
We can show you the track, man.
1-1 with 2 outs. Peterson delivers, and it's a chopper up the middle. Gonzalez is able to cut it off, but he's not able to get Keys at first, so it's an infield RBI single by Trent Keys. And it's now a 9-4 Stompers lead.
Well, the Stompers now finding success versus Peterson after he was able to retire the first 2 batters pretty much with ease. But yet again, that's what happens when you walk back-to-back batters. Guys get a little bit of confidence on the mound, and Trenton Keys has certainly played a role.
Yeah, these 2-out walks have been hurting the Oaks immensely. And, you know, that infield single, that's truly there was nothing Gonzalez could have done about that one. He fielded it and saved an extra run. Nolan Johnson giving his signs to Winston Peterson, which we swear to you we do not know.
Yeah, it's the second time this game. Back in the 4th inning, it was 2 straight outs to begin the inning, and Stompers were able to score 3 runs. They have 2 now in the 8th.
There goes Keys, and pitches inside for a ball, so Keys is able to take second and third now with 2 outs.
Yeah, his now 2nd stolen base of the game in back-to-back innings.
Second and third, 2 outs. Here's the 1-0. Misses upstairs. It's now 2-0 on Quinn Meaden, the right fielder. He has walked 3 times today.
Yeah, all what's happening here just makes that bottom of the 7th inning hurt a little bit more, just knowing what you left on the table.
Hits the lower part of the zone for a strike. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike on Quinn Meaden. It's yet to record a hit, although he has reached 3 times today. He is still 0 for 2 statistically. It's second and third with 2 outs. Pulowski and Keys, the runners. That misses upstairs. It's now 3-1. Well, Pulowski and Keys both with the 2 hits that have been recorded in this inning so far, and the 2 RBIs. 3 balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. Here's the 3-1. Chopper on the ground to short. Mora able to take the hop and throw to first, and Wilkes is able to keep his feet on the bag and the ball in his glove to record the 3rd out. So now we head to the bottom of the 8th inning, but Stompers add 2 more. They're leading 9-4 over the Oaks, and we will step aside and be back for the bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th inning, Oaks will come up to bat, and Haroon Pelha in his second inning of work in relief. And the Oaks have the top of the order due up with Tommy Kendlinger. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a walk otherwise. So he steps in there against Pelha. First pitch. Fastball misses downstairs. 1-0 on Kendlinger. Well, Kendlinger hitless on the day so far, and the Oaks now chasing yet again 5 runs. 1-0. In the air to right field. The right fielder Quinn Meaden backtracks to make the catch for the first out.
Yeah, the Stompers have certainly brought their offensive powerhouse down south to sunny Southern California. I mean, just the way they've been hitting, and there's those 2 innings between the 6th and the 7th where Cade Berry was able to do what he needed to do. But other than that, the Stompers have showed why they were the #1 seed in the North, and you know, I mean, I'll continue to go to it. I mean, that 7th inning, that's just where it really stings. I mean, it's like a 2-run flip right there.
Well, here now is Devin Wilkes, and he looks at a ball outside, 1-0. Well, Wilkes has driven home 2 of the 4 runs on the day for the Oaks. He delivered a pinch hit 2 RBI single back in the 6th inning. Wilkes just barely gets a piece of that one. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, I mean, whatever happens in this game, it'll be interesting who Coach David Solis decides to throw out as the starting pitcher tomorrow. And if this goes the way it goes, Sunday's not guaranteed for the Oaks.
Ground ball to second. Shepler throws to first for out number 2. So Pelha gets 2 quick outs here in the 7th inning after he loaded the bases in the 7th inning with 2 outs, and after a tremendous at-bat put on by Ethan Gonzalez, he froze him on an off-speed that just caught the upper part of the zone.
Yeah, it was a great battle. Probably the biggest at-bat for both the Oaks and the Stompers, just the way the game and the momentum was going for the Oaks.
First pitch misses outside for a ball to Jacob Galloway. Well, Galloway is 0 for 3 on the day with a walk. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1-0. Fouled back and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, I mean, just my projection, I'd have to imagine, even on a little bit of short rest, Gabe Howard pitches on Saturday. I mean, he has just been the most effective arm. I mean, potentially Caden Beloyan, but Gabe Howard, he's an all-star for a reason.
1-1. Misses in the dirt, goes to the backstop. It's 2 balls and 1 strike on Jacob Galloway, who moved from behind the dish to left field.
Yeah, move we've not seen really mid-game, but we have seen him play out in left field. We saw him just for that one time out in right field versus the Blues at Sinsheimer Stadium.
2-1. Misses upstairs. It's now a 3-1 count on Galloway. Tyler Hawley waits on deck. Two outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3-1. Misses high and upstairs. It's a 2-out walk to Galloway.
Well, maybe the Oaks can take a page out of the Stompers book and with 2-out walks have a little success. And actually, in fact, in 2015, there was a book written about, or I should say, 2015, there was a book written about the Stompers. It was actually a New York Times bestseller by Ben Lindbergh and Sam Miller. It was a boots-on-the-ground experience of the Stompers front office. And we talked about it earlier, but at the time, they were actually an independent team. So they weren't a California collegiate team, but they weren't even just really a collegiate team as a whole. They were having guys that were past their days of playing college ball.
No balls and 1 strike on Holly. And a pickoff throw, it actually hits the umpire and skips away. Galloway goes to second. Well, I don't actually think the fact that it hit the umpire made that much of a difference because, well, other than the fact that we hope he's okay, and it looks like he is.
Well, puts a runner in scoring position for the Oaks.
Yeah, so Galloway goes to second on the errant pickoff throw. And Tyler Holly waits for his second pitch, and he takes a hack and misses. It's now 0-2 on the third baseman from Cal State Fullerton.
Yeah, the book would be called The Only Rule Is It Has to Work. And for the Stompers, I mean, 10 years later, I'd say it's worked.
Certainly has. They've reached this point for the first time in their team history. The 0-2. Fastball misses upstairs, 1-2, 86 on the gun there. Well, Tyler Holly hitless on the day so far, 0 for 4. Flew out to center field back in the 7th inning. 1-2, misses in the dirt. It's blocked by Pulowski. It's now an even 2-2 count on Tyler Holly with 2 outs.
Well, it's just down to 4 total outs in this game for the Oaks. Try to mount something here. Tyler Holly, certainly the Oaks could use one of his home run specials.
2-2 with 2 outs. Galloway at second. 2-2. Holly muscles that one foul backwards. Well, Haroon Pelha has certainly had to throw more than his fair share in the 2 innings that he's pitched so far. A lot of it coming from that tremendous at-bat and that battle he put up against Ethan Gonzalez. 2-2 to Holly. Another foul ball, so continues to have to work here against Tyler Holly to try to finish off the Oaks here in the 8th inning. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Two on the way. Pop backwards, foul, it'll get out of play. So Tyler Holly putting up a pretty good at-bat against Haroon Pelha. Only difference here is it's not bases loaded with 2 outs. So not as much at stake. The most Holly could do right now is make this a 3-run ball game. 2-2. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. So Holly down looking, and the Oaks are finished here in the 8th, and we now head to the 9th inning. 9-4 Stompers will be back. On to the 9th inning we go, and the Oaks bring in a new pitcher. It's going to be Damon Villa. Damon Villa making his 10th appearance this season with a 2.91 ERA. Has struck out 8 batters on the year, allowed 16 hits, 4 walks. One of the returners for the Oaks from the 2024 championship team. And the first pitch is popped back foul and out of play to Max Handren, who is 1 for 3 on the day so far. He was hit by a pitch his last time up in the 7th inning. And the 0-1. Another one slapped foul out of play. It's 0-2 on Max Handren. Well, Handren has 1 RBI on the day. That was back in the 4th inning on an RBI single to left field, as Villa looks to put him away here. The 0-2. This is a little bit off the plate. 1-2 on Max Handren. Well, the Stompers are now 3 defensive outs away from taking game 1 of the championship series, as that one is hit in the air to right field. Not deep, as Jax Jimenez comes on to make the catch for the first out.
Yeah, going to need a perfect inning here from Damon Villa on the mound. Allow nothing more than the already 9 runs on the board for the Stompers, and give your offense one last chance.
Oaks, as it stands now, chase 5 runs and counting against the Stompers. First pitch by Sebastiani, grounded to short, and Mora takes care of him for the second out. Well, Villa just might get that perfect inning here, as he has retired the first 2, although we did see in the 8th inning, we saw Peterson was able to retire the first 2 batters, but then more trouble ensued after that. Similar story, it was for Cody Carson in what would be his last inning in the 4th, got the first 2 batters out, and Stompers continued to strike after that, as there's a base hit to center field by Xander Silkin. So he's on with a 2-out single. Well,
right on cue.
Yeah, at least, I mean, if you're the Oaks, at least this time it's via a single.
Yeah, both times
with 2 outs. Yeah, the other times have been with a walk.
Yeah.
Which has been extra costly.
Well, Cameron Hegeman now at the plate, someone that has struggled today, 0 for 4 with a walk. Oaks trying to continue that trend here.
Strike on the outside corner, no balls and 1 strike with 2 outs. Well, Cameron Hegeman is hitless on the day so far. He is 0 for 4 with a walk. Silkin at first with 2 outs. That one misses inside, 1-1 on Hegeman. One ball and 1 strike with 2 outs. There's a swing and a miss. It's now 1-2 on Cameron Hegeman. There's 2 outs. 1-2. Fouled away to the very edge of the screen to the right side. So it's still 1-2 on Cameron Hegeman. One-two pitch. Fastball upstairs. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Runner at first with 2 outs. 2-2 pitch. Fouled away, and it's still a 2-2 count on Cameron Hegeman. left side. That is fair. Diving play by Hawley. He throws to first in time to get Hegeman. What a play by Tyler Hawley. A strong ending to an otherwise frustrating day on defense for the Oaks and for Hawley as well, but Oaks will head into the bottom of the ninth, down by 5. Can they come back? We'll find out after this. Well, the Stompers enter the ninth inning. They enter the bottom of the ninth inning. They are 3 outs away from taking a 1-0 lead in the CCL Championship Series as Arun Pelha enters now his 3rd inning of work, and Pelha, he's had to throw a lot, but the Stompers trying to conserve as many arms as they can at this point. As Nolan Johnson takes the ball upstairs, due up for the Oaks is Johnson, Jimenez, and West. So it's a 1-0 count on Nolan Johnson. And there's a ground ball to short. Max Handren, a long throw to first, and a nice scoop on the other end by Paul Lazul for the first out.
Well, that's not how you want to start the inning if you're the Oaks. Leaves you just with 2 outs now.
Now that brings up Jax Jimenez, getting his 2nd plate appearance. He flew out his first time up, taking over at the plate for Jake Schwartz. Jimenez with 1 home run this season. That was against the Arroyo Seco Saints, the team that they beat to get to the stage of the postseason. Fastball misses low and away, 1-0.
Yeah, I think the story of those 2 games are in the game that they were able to beat the Saints in the 3-1. They committed 0 errors. They've committed 4 today.
One-0 misses down and in, 2 balls and no strikes.
That'd be 5 errors.
Well, 1 gone here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Huge inning for the Stompers here. 2-0. Swing and a miss. Jimenez was ready to fire away there. The outfielder from University of Oregon, repping the green and yellow gear. 2 balls and 1 strike. Pitch on the way. That one is fouled into the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Landon West waits on deck. 1 gone here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Stompers 2 outs away now from taking the first game of the series. 2-2 with 1 out. Payoff pitch. In the dirt, it gets away. It's now a full count on Jimenez. As Gabe Howard runs out to get that ball, and we may see him take the ball for tomorrow's game. He's got to rest up that arm for sure. It's a full count with 1 out on Jimenez. 3-2. High and outside, ball 4. So a 1-out walk to Jimenez. Now brings up Landon West. Well, Landon West is 0 for 2 on the day with 2 walks. He has walked in his last 2 plate appearances. That one misses upstairs, 1-0. Jimenez, the runner at first, has good speed. 1-0. It's a strike. Catches the middle part of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, Jax Jimenez, we actually have not seen him successfully steal a base this season. He is. Let's see. He looks at one outside. Beg your pardon, Jimenez. He's got 5 stolen bases on the season. 2-1 with 1 out. Check on Jimenez. He's certainly got a big lead. There's 1 gone here in the bottom of the 9th. Pop backwards, it'll get out of play.
Yeah, he hasn't been caught stealing, but yeah, 5 stolen bases on the season for Jimenez. But at this moment, they're going to need a lot more than just a stolen base. They're going to need runs.
2 balls and 2 strikes on West. Misses upstairs. 3 balls and 2 strikes now with 1 out. Zach Morrow waits on deck. Three-two. Inside, ball 4, so a 1-out walk to Landon West. That's back-to-back walks.
Yeah, it's West's 3rd walk of the game. In 3 consecutive plate appearances now, he's got a free pass to first.
Well, Zach Morrow with first and second and 1 out. Morrow was hit by a pitch his last time up. He's got a single and a double as well. 2 for 3. Jimenez and West, the runners. And Morrow went around at that pitch. So he's ahead he's behind 0-1. So Jimenez at second and West at first with 1 out. Ethan Gonzalez waits on deck. And Mora gets hit for the 2nd time in a row. And now it's bases loaded and 1 out. And Gonzalez has a shot at redemption here as he went down looking after what seemed like a 2-inning long at bat for Gonzalez his last time up. And out to the mound goes Zach Pace. We'll see if he makes, well, the Stompers bullpen is just now starting to get busy. So I think, Zach Pace and the Stompers thinking they want to save as many arms as they can for tomorrow and Sunday if we get there.
Yeah, Pelha is at least going to stay on for what I imagine this just at bat versus Gonzalez, unless things turn sideways. Yeah, and they're going to give him still a chance right here. Yeah, like you mentioned, they're just getting pitchers out there. Looks like that's Chris Albee warming up in the bullpen, a senior from William Jessup University. But certainly if you're the Oaks, you hope you can dig more into their bullpen and try to bring another pitcher out here.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Ethan Gonzalez at the plate. Fastball strike. It's the upper part of the zone. 0-1.
Yeah, similar position here for Gonzalez from just 2 innings ago. This time only 1 out on the board and bases loaded. Trying to get his revenge versus Peja.
In the dirt, blocked by Pulowski. 1 ball and 1 strike. The most Gonzalez could do is make this a 1-run game, and if that does happen, then I would imagine that would definitely be the end for Peja. 1-1. Misses downstairs. It's now a 2-1 count on Gonzalez. Bases loaded, 1 out. You've got Jimenez at third, West at second, and Mora at first. And nobody has gotten on via hit this inning. Two-one. This is in the dirt. It's now 3-1 on Gonzalez. Well, a free pass would bring the tying run to the plate. And that's Tommy Kendlinger waiting on deck. 3-1 with 1 out. 3-1 pitch. Outside, ball 4. A walk to Gonzalez with the bases loaded, brings home Jimenez and makes it a 4-run game. And now with 1 swing of the bat, Tommy Kendlinger could tie this game, so Stompers in a vulnerable position now.
Yeah, I'll say this is interesting. The managing partner for the Sonoma Stompers, John Sebastiani, he's been sitting all game in the Sonoma section. He's got now on his feet, so.
Bases loaded, 1 out, a 4-run game. Kendlinger looks at a strike. Middle of the plate, 0-1. So you've got Landon West at third, Zach Mora at second, and Gonzalez at first. And we've seen 3 walks and a hit batter. No hits this inning. The 0-1, grounded left side. That's a base hit. In to score is West. Mora is going to be held at third. And it's now a 3-run ball game, 9-6 Stompers on an RBI single by Tommy Kendlinger.
Here we come. The Oaks are now finding their way versus Peja, and Zach Pace realizes that, and well, I think Zach Peja's day is over, but
yeah, the Stompers, they have to go to that last resort, bring and take Peja out. So Arun Peja's day is done, and he leaves a mess on base. He ends up going 2 1/3. Leaves the bases loaded with 1 out, and will step aside. Well, the pressure is getting real for the Sonoma Stompers, and they have to bring in a new pitcher, Chris Albee, the senior from William Jessup University. 0-1 on the season with 1 save. He's making his 10th pitching appearance this season. And he faces Devin Wilkes, who has the power to finish this game in the Oaks' favor with 1 swing of the bat. Bases loaded, 1 out, a 3-run lead for the Stompers. The pressure is real. Mora, Gonzalez, and Kendlinger the runners. And Wilkes fouls off the first pitch he sees. Well, Devin Wilkes came on in the 6th inning as a pinch hitter for Danuitz, got a 2 RBI single. Grounded out his last time up. Bases loaded, 1 out. Stompers 2 outs away. Oaks 4 runs away. The 0-1, a swing and a miss as Wilkes just may have gotten a small piece of that one, but tipped it into the glove of Pulowski. So it's 0-2 with 1 out. Pressure is on both Albee and Wilkes. The 0-2. Line to right field. That's a base hit. At least 2 runs will score. Mora scores. Gonzalez scores. Kendlinger held at 3rd. Wilkes into 2nd with a 2 RBI double. It is a 1-run game here at George Sparky Anderson Field.
Man, gotta give Devin Wilkes credit. I mean, he just shows up when you need him the most. That's his 4th RBI of the day after just coming in the 6th inning. And Henry Boros is now going to come in as a pinch runner as they are going to intentionally walk Jacob Galloway. I don't think they realize who's coming to the plate.
It's now 9-8 Stompers as the Oaks, you know, they were down by as much as 6 runs in this game, and now it pulled to within 1, and now a base hit to the outfield could very well win this game as it's a 1-run game. Kendlinger at 3rd represents the tying run. Borjas, the pinch runner at 2nd, represents the winning run.
And I'm going to be honest, I don't understand intentionally walking Jacob Galloway right there.
Well, other than to set up a double play scenario, infielders are about halfway. Misses outside to Tyler Hawley. Well, a free pass would tie this game. And if you're the outfield, you've got to be ready for a base hit to come your way to get the runner. Bases loaded, 1 out. 1-0. Hawley looks at a fastball strike on the outside corner. And if you're the Stompers, all you want right here is a double play. One ball, 1 strike, bases loaded, 1 out, and time is called. And if you're the Oaks, even a strikeout would not necessarily be the worst thing here. It would help the Stompers, but you'd have 1 more chance after that. Bases loaded, 1 out, 1-run ball game. 1-1. Hawley swings and misses. It's now 1-2 on Tyler Hawley.
Yeah, you wouldn't even mind a sacrifice hit right here. I mean, at least to drive 1 run, to tie it and force extra innings. Obviously, if you're the Oaks, you just want to win it right here.
Pressure on Albee and Hawley. Bases loaded, 1 out. 1-2. Tap to the right side, it'll twist foul. Called by the home plate umpire, so.
That would have been sweet right there.
Oh, yeah. Even if it's a fair ball and you get the out at first, the game's tied at that point.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you, I mean, that's all you can ask for the Oaks, just tie it and bring it to extra innings. But like I said, obviously, just trying to win it right here. I mean, you got bases loaded, 1 out. The home run leader for the Oaks, Tyler Hawley, up at the plate.
He's hitless on the day so far. What a time this would be for his first hit. Bases loaded, 1 out. 1-2. Fouled away. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out. Bases loaded, a 1-run lead for the Stompers. 1-2. Misses outside. It's an even 2-2 count. And what did I say before? No lead is safe.
No, certainly not, especially when you're playing a team like the Oaks, who all season we have seen resilience and determination.
2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Albee deals. Rip to left field. That is a fair ball. The Oaks are going to win the game. It is a walk-off 2 RBI double by Tyler Holly. And the Conejo Oaks have come all the way back and walk it off against the Sonoma Stompers in Game 1 of the CCL Championship, 10-9. What a comeback! What a finish by the Oaks! And they upset the Stompers.
Unbelievable. The Oaks do it again.
Tyler Holly going into that at-bat was 0 for 5. That's right, 0 for 5. He had struck out twice, and in the only at-bat that mattered, he comes through in the clutch and puts the Oaks now 1 win away from a repeat. Well, we'll bring you back up to the broadcast booth. I mean, what more is there to say? I mean, the Oaks, they were down 7-1 earlier in the game. Made it a 7-4 game. And, you know, you saw the Stompers get 2 runs after that in their half of the 8th inning, and it is loud and alive, and the adrenaline, it's real inside the Oaks, and you know the Stompers are going to have a lot of incentives going into tomorrow.
No, they will. I mean, but this is a game the Stompers should have won. I mean, you had everything going your way. There was 5 errors defensively for the Oaks. You know, your pitchers were very strong through pretty much, I would say, 6 of those innings. But it goes to this, I will continue to say the word resilience. I mean, it has been the theme every single game with this Oaks team. They continue to fight, and your eyes don't deceive you. That is 6 runs in the 9th inning.
All in the 9th.
6 runs. I mean, you can't ask for a better ending to a Game 1 of a team that is trying to go back-to-back and be only the 4th team in California Collegiate Team or California Collegiate League history to do it. So, you still got more baseball this weekend. But man, what a way to start, Sammy.
What a way to start this series. The Conejo Oaks take Game 1 of this best-of-3 series. They sit 1 win away from back-to-back CCL titles as they head into tomorrow. Stompers looking to send this to a 3-game series. Well, on behalf of our spectacular crew, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Alongside Judo Kanyas, I'm Sammy Fawn, and we will see you tomorrow.